Okay, Mr. Pitts, justice to Jesus.
Wake up, anytime here, one more. Thank you very much. 4 matters, no time to get done. All right. Commission on Ethics, as you know, brought you some package again to try to stiffen laws on ethics issues. You know what that is. The spin different here is now looking at the constitutional article on that, which is Article 2, they're not really an independent body. Of course, if you look at the language, it's always prescribed by law, as by law. Well, wait a minute. They're supposed to be an independent body. So what you want to do is get language, put something on the ballot for Article 2 to see how independent you really can allow the Commission on Ethics to be. Because here's the thing. Why would you give someone the authority how to prosecute you and you're in charge of it? Well, that's exactly what you are. You're in charge of how they prosecute you. That's something ethically wrong with that alone. So Article 2 needs to go on the ballot. Also, 2008 Committee on Courts, when it was in the House of Representatives, found out that the JQC wasn't cutting it. So why not subsume the JQC in the Commission on Ethics? Save yourself $900 grand. Because that's how much JQC is wasting on you right now. So cut that in half. Maybe you might use $400 grand of that and put all that. Now, so another reason why to do that. Judicial reform, which is the second issue. There is really no check on the judiciary in this state. It isn't. They check you, they check the executive, then you say, well, who checks them? No, it's not the JQC. No, it's not their own colleagues because it's good old boys. And so what branch actually checks the judiciary when they get out of whack? Because they will, just like y'all get out of whack, and executive agencies get out of whack. And remember, we got the statewide jury commission. Reasons because of officials like yourselves, the local government, get out of whack. That's what that's for. But what happened when they get out of whack? Nothing. So what happens is the other branches in local government most likely going to be scared because who can issue the orders to get rid of you real quick? They can. Well, it's supposed to be a check. Now, it's interesting. In case law, it says when a branch or department of government, 1916 case, 1926 case, when a government or branch is out of whack under organic law, it should be checked and remedied. That's what case law says. Our own Florida Supreme Court says that. But who's checking them? Or the circuit court, or the appellate court? Nobody. Now, you can argue and contend with that. There's nobody checking them. So what happens is you'll have them striking stuff. You have them exceeding authority like they're doing right now. And we can go on and on and on. Separation of powers issue, the judiciary itself. Here's the thing. Here we go. What happens when the judiciary violates separation of powers? What you going to do? What you going to do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And here's the next thing. If you try, well, you know what? Even though I ain't got jurisdiction, but I'm going to issue this contempt order, or I'm going to issue this and say that it's void, because I got the pen, I'm the judge, and all I have to do is issue an order. Done. On any of you, on anybody, on any other agency. There's no check. Now, what you do? Article 5. Got to make a revision, some kind of check. Fine. Put the JQC under Commission on Ethics. At least y'all have some kind of check, because remember, y'all put in place those who are on the Commission on Ethics. So y'all at least will have some kind of check on them. Oh, by the way, y'all don't repeal a lot of the legislation, because that is one thing. If they strike something, y'all can go back in and repeal it, but y'all get scared on that. Because guess what? All you do is take it right back in that same court, somebody challenge it. If the judge don't like it as a matter of activism, strike it again. So who's in charge? I got the pen, I'm the judge. Last point. Of course, that's the Article 5 revision, not amendment. That would have to be a revision. Oh, as a matter of bar members, don't give me that stuff. Most bar members know how it is, and they know it's a game of fear or favor. You go backwards and forwards. And if you don't play the fear or favor game, you might as well pack up and go to another state. Because the word will get around. As some judges say in some JQC cases, word has a way of getting out. Learn who your friends are. Bonnie Newton said that in one of her JQC cases. That is very true. Okay, now really it is the last point. I brought this before y'all last time. Florida Statute 11.13. That's not your correct salaries. You don't make $18,000. and leadership doesn't make $25,000. That's not the real salaries. Now, when you do your conforming bill, when you do the Appropriations Act, you're supposed to change that statute every time your salaries change. So, as the Constitution says, your powers and duties and commission will be as fixed by law. Remember, y'all gave the oath? Well, 11.13 needs to be changed in the conforming bill, at least to the salaries, every time you do the Appropriations Act. Why haven't you been doing that? Not only that, since 1968, no legislature has put their powers and duties in that statute. Okay, I didn't ask you what your powers and duties are at the Capitol. I want to know what your powers and duties are at the district office. Okay, I'm walking to your office. I need you to help me with this. Oh, well, I don't do that. Okay, I need you to help me with this. Oh, well, I'll tell you who does that. Wait a minute. What do you do? Rep? Senator? Because it's not in statute, it's not in Constitution. Okay, you kind of make laws, maybe you don't kind of make laws. Actually, what do you do in the law? What do you need a district office for if all your work is up at the Capitol? What can I walk into your office and ask you for because I know what your powers and duties are? As the Constitution says, it's supposed to be fixed by law, and it's not. Ever since 1968, that's when it was changed in the Constitution. No legislative body. Now, y'all talk about transparency and accountability. Actually, y'all not accountable to us for anything because y'all powers and duties ain't stated. Tell me what business will hire an employee with no manual operating procedure for the powers and duties. All right, business people up here, hire me. I ain't going to tell you what the duties are. You're just going to hire me and give me a check. I'm not telling you what the duties are, but you're going to pay me. We as taxpayers paying y'all and don't have a clue what your powers and duties are. Not a bit. We are guessing or assuming what your powers and duties are. And every time we walk into the office, if you don't want to deal with it or your aides don't want to deal with it, legislative aides don't deal with it, just say, oh, we don't deal with that. Or we'll direct you who to talk to about that. And guess what? You know what? Y'all can't do that. Unbridled discretion going out the door big time with y'all. Y'all can do it. There's no law. Y'all not supposed to. Now, guess how far you get before that actually becomes criminal? Malfeasance, misfeasance, nonfeasance in office. Under common law, that's a first-degree misdemeanor. Of course, ain't nobody gonna prosecute y'all on it. Last note, on the economic development and mental health. That's a shame. You know what? The solutions to that are already in statute. The Medicaid problem, savings, that's one of the big issues. Don't you know in statute, the Department of Health and the Florida Health Institute Incorporated actually supposed to be bringing y'all a resolution to that. Already in statute. How to save, how to do all that. Your entity's already set up. Y'all don't hire the wrong people. And for economic development, that too is a statute. You know where the Quick Action Fund and the QTI, that whole section there, the general provisions? OTED Enterprise Florida is supposed to become bringing you the flat-out solutions how to make jobs. Y'all got the wrong people hired. The ones you delegated to bring you the very answers we're dealing with that you're trying to, what are we going to do? They are actually in statute supposed to be doing it and ain't. Well, now that I done cried wolf and complained and everything, yes, of course, JUJ does have proposals to solve every one of the problems we just said. And they are realistic problems. Not, as you said, Mr. Chair, we don't know if we're going to save it. No, I'm talking about using the stuff you got right here with the money you got and actually resolving the problem. And it actually, you know what? And it's so clear in statute, like that, the problem. You will get quick results. That quick. I was shocked when I looked at the statutes and saw the solutions already there. They're not being done. Got the wrong people hired. Get rid of some of these people, and you have these problems solved. So thank you very much. Good day. And I'll just make this last note. Why should I run for the office when I got y'all here? Everybody don't need to run for the office. If y'all take a good idea and stop being prideful and arrogant, who cares who gets the credit for it? You're not driven, you're not supposed to be driven by politics and media. That's what you got the shield or the cloak of your legislative body for. It's things you can do that people can't touch you on because it's the right thing to do. And if something go down, you're protected. John and Joe off the street ain't. but you care. So why everybody can't run for the office? You're there, take a good idea or concept when you see it and do it and stop being prideful and arrogant. And as for y'all who are incompetent, look like you're competent. You ain't got to tell nobody where you got the idea from. Look what FDR did. A lot of that stuff, it was his wife. We found out later. He didn't have a clue about that big deal stuff. So, thank you very much and good day.
Thank you, Mr. Pitts. It's always interesting.